The strategy that people use to try to steal your energy is this. They pretend to be either your friend or a lover of someone who is trying to help you. Then they find something that you are doing wrong and they subtly, this is super important, they subtly undermine your confidence in your path and try to make you align with their viewpoint. Once they do this, they got you. They got you. Okay, I have a degree in psychology, and beyond that, God has put me through so many experiences where people try to manipulate me. Destiny swappers, karmic relationships, narcissists have been in my life, people pleasers, people who are in secret competition with me, avoidance, Jezebels, Liliths. I could keep going on and on and on and on and on about the kinds of people who have tried to manipulate me. Maybe it was because of my light and bright appearance. Maybe it's because, I'm very kind and I'm very loving and I exemplify grace, forgiveness, and understanding. But what I need you guys to recognize is this. Manipulation is psychological warfare. It is psychological violence. And because of how the world has changed, people don't view violence as this. Okay, what's happening on a global scale is no longer physical war. Do we have wars going on? Yes. Are they absolutely ridiculous? Yes. But what's happening on a deeper level, even within those conflicts, within those wars that are happening right now, is psychological warfare. And it's because a lot of people do not understand energy. This is all about energy. And it's all about us being separated from God's energy, from the one dynamic energy that runs through everything. And that could be explained through quantum physics, quantum mechanics. But this video is just about the manipulation that people will try to do to you. People link up, humans link up because they feel pulled to each other. Okay, this is not because someone looks a certain way. Maybe that's how it begins, a catching of eyes, but beyond that, it becomes an energetic dance between two people. And it usually is about this. Does this person make you feel better, feel stronger, or do you feel drained when you walk away from them, when you're no longer with them? People, especially when you have a bright light, are going to be attracted to your energy. And what's going to happen is that God's going to keep you in a certain place in your life and not bless you until you understand this psychological warfare, until you understand this spiritual, this energetic dance that is happening, because God cannot trust you just yet with those big blessings because you don't understand this. That you're giving your energy away willingly to people who are trying to steal it from you, or trying to harvest it from you. That's right, harvest it from you, because they feel weak and insecure. I need you to understand this is exactly why in the Bible, God says that He is not the author of confusion. If you were aligned with God, truthfully, you are at peace, you are on your mission, and anyone, and I mean anyone, comes into your life and you will no longer have peace. You no longer have direction. You're questioning your direction. You're questioning why you feel so dysregulated in XYZ. Maybe it's not you, and maybe it's the people that you were dealing with and how they are using subtle psychological violence against you. I know all this sounds very serious, but it definitely is. It definitely is. And if you have the eyes to see, the ears to hear, this is going to open you up for more blessings, because you will be trusted by God. The amazing part of this whole thing is, well, it's very wild and wonderful to witness, especially for someone like me now, who has gone through 10 to 20 bouts of people trying to seriously manipulate me. It is funny because once you can pinpoint what manipulation feels like inside, it does not matter what they say. It does not matter what they do. It's about how you feel, which makes it a process that is foolproof. Okay? If you feel when you're dealing with somebody, you feel drained, you feel weak, and it's not because you lost an argument or anything like that, but you felt like some of your energy is now gone. They have taken it from you. But the part that's really interesting is that for most of humanity, most people who have tried to manipulate me, it was subconscious. They didn't recognize it. And that's why when I called them out on it, they had no clue what I was talking about. Accountability was impossible. And it was impossible because in order for them to understand how they were trying to manipulate me, for one, they had to really care. Two, they had to take accountability for their actions, which most people are never willing to do. They will always perpetuate a narrative that supports their traumas. And that's the third part right there, is that all this is birthed because of the traumas in childhood, or the traumas in which they had in other relationships of any kind. Could be family, could be co-workers, could be lovers, it could be friends. It is so imperative that you recognize this, because when you are dealing with somebody who's trying to manipulate you, whether it's conscious or subconscious, they are not going to understand what's happening because they don't have the eyes to see, the ears to hear. They're unaware of their self and their own actions and the energy that it produces. All they know is that they feel psychologically boosted, they feel more powerful, they feel stronger because they did this thing to you. And that's what you gotta look out for, chosen one. That's what you gotta look out for. If this interests you, drop a like, drop a comment. Potentially going to teach a class on this because I have mastered dodging manipulation, pointing out manipulation, and being able to keep my energy so I can move in my calling without feeling like I'm going through it or I lost my peace or anything like that. Because if you are unaware of your internal state because you're confused, you're in chaos, whatever it is, that you feel down, you feel like you're drained, you will not have the eyes to see what God's trying to do right in front of you.